So now y'all are allowing for the so-called Jews to come in and steal your motherfucking thunder. Now, this is common amongst black people. We allow other groups to come in and steal our thunder, or allow other groups to be to correlate themselves, compare themselves, or make themselves the same to us. We've allowed that for a very long time now. We're allowing the Jewish people to do it, the so-called Jewish people, to understand we're dealing with caves. These are just white people. I tell you that all the time. These are just white people with last names like Seinfeld. Nothing special going on there. There is no Jewish gene out here. It's just, these is the caves, right? And y'all are letting people do this to where now you can't say that your oppression and that your treatment is worse than anything of anybody in history, because now that's oppressing another group. That's what you're doing now. And what you're allowing is people to make this make sense to you. You know, it would be like, make this make sense. Y'all letting people make it make sense to you. You got black people, and we know these motherfuckers work for the system. They are Illuminati as puppets. We know this. We understand this. Well, we should by now. That are sitting up here talking about how we shouldn't be out here disparaging the Jewish community. We're seeing the phrase anti-Semitic get thrown around all willy-nilly. And we're coming out to throw our capes on. Well, not all of us, but a lot of us are coming out to throw our capes on for the Jewish people. Now, the Jewish people ain't never threw their cape on for you. But black people don't really necessarily require that type of reciprocity, that type of, camaraderie, that type of loyalty and dedication from other groups of people. We don't require that. Now, you can call me anti-Semitic based on the fact that I know these motherfucking Jews did not and have not went through anything comparable to what my people went through. As far as slavery, and slavery is still happening right now, actually. Chattel slavery is still happening right now. You see, I'm not going to sit here and say that they're comparable. We go through the same things. There's some brotherhood. Look at all these motherfuckers out here apologizing. You have AI, who just got through making a lengthy apology for posting a picture that he had with Louis Farrakhan. And y'all know I don't fuck with Louis Farrakhan, but this ain't about Louis Farrakhan directly. More about the fact that people will view him as being anti-Semitic. And thus, any black person that has affiliation with him, or shows pride in their affiliation with him, then there's an issue with that. I think that anybody shouldn't be showing pride to have affiliation with him for other reasons. But if we're looking at him as a symbol of anti-Semitism, a popular symbol of such, AI had to apologize for posting a fucking picture. Well, he didn't have to apologize. A lot of us will let these motherfuckers off the hook because we'll talk about what they must have to do to keep some money. See, the thing about other groups of people that we don't even have the luxury of, is that we allow everybody to lie on us. That's not looked at as anti-anything. Well, not to most people, most black folk. This society most definitely won't look at it as anti-black. Y'all know I've been talking about being anti-black, or people being anti-black. We've been talking about that shit over here. Because to me, there's so many things that happen, and people are showing that they are anti-black. And that's typically by lying. Every other group of people out this motherfucker, you tell the truth, and you anti-whatever. Y'all see that? Now, y'all allow this. You're supposed to accept the lies the propaganda against you. That's what you're have been programmed to accept. And you still won't call a motherfucker anti-black. You won't say this entire society is anti-black. The media anti-black. Y'all won't do all of that. But as soon as you tell the truth about the Jews, for example, as soon as you tell the truth about them, you're anti-Semitic. Ain't that something? You can't talk about what the fuck the hand that they had in the transatlantic slave trade. You can't talk about that. That's anti-Semitic. You can't tell that truth. That they stole an identity. You can't tell that truth. That Jew isn't a race. You can't tell that truth. These are all would be deemed anti-Semitic, and y'all let these people say this shit. You let motherfuckers lie on you all day, every day. You let motherfuckers come talk to you about some black on black crime and shit like that. Y'all allow people to lie on you all the time, and you got these coons that get on TV, and we understand that there is a full-blown coon Olympics that we're witnessing right now. It's the Summer Games, goddammit. The Coon Olympics is going heavy right now. You got these motherfuckers coming out here talking about how black people are disparaging Jewish communities. Black people never enslaved, never stole no identity from these motherfuckers. Ain't took place in blatant acts of crime that we're just doing things to so-called Jewish people because they're so-called Jewish people. That ain't us. That was their own. That was another cave. Who did that? That was a whole nother cave. Who did that? Their oppression has always come at the hands of other caves. And somehow we get to be the ones who take on all the propaganda that something is wrong with us. Hitler running around mass genociding people, and you know, that's cool. They don't deal with the fact that there was another cave that did you like that. You have to look within your own caves to deal and figure out why the fuck y'all act like that towards each other. Ain't got nothing to do with us. Wasn't no love for us. People be talking about how Hitler said that black folk was the original Jews. And our identity was stolen. And black people even look at that as a badge of honor. We see what he did to the so-called Jews. You can't imagine that if he thought you was the original ones, that had you been over there in that large number, that he wouldn't have put your ass in them same concentration camps. You can't be believing that shit. The world is anti-black. You can call yourself Jewish. You know, we like to get into these classifications. It wouldn't matter whether you call yourself Jews or not. Anti-black. That's just what this world is. That's what we've, at this point, we're just allowing this world and not holding this world accountable. Meanwhile, we apologizing to so-called Jews for anti-Semitism, for telling the truth. There don't gotta be no hate and shit. Don't gotta be no hate. You be just telling the truth and you'll come in and apologize for it. Y'all apologizing for taking pictures with Farrakhan? This what black men out here doing now? Looking weak as fuck. Can't stand your ground on anything. And again, I have my issues with Farrakhan. Y'all know, if you've been following me and watching me for a while, you know I don't fuck with none of that shit. You know why? None of them. But I'm able to see that this, though, that's cowardice. To please, to not look anti so-called Jewish. Meanwhile, everybody gets to be anti-you. Don't nobody apologize to you at all. Ain't nobody worried about how you gonna respond to things that people say about us. Charles Barkley, Jamel Hill, AI, Nick Cannon, and all the motherfuckers that agree with them. It was even Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He wrote some shit. Basically saying, how can black people be out here fighting against oppression when we oppressing other people? Like, these motherfuckers are sellouts on such a high level. Black people, you are not oppressing anyone. Stop letting people say that to you. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. Now, I'm not one of them type black people that's going to sit here and I have to be like, well, yeah, I am the true Jew. Like, I don't, that conversation doesn't mean anything to me, because I can call myself Jew all day, same way some of you motherfuckers call yourself Moors and indigenous. You can call yourself whatever you want, but you're black. And thus, you're going to be in existence that's going to look at you as black. I can see if waking up tomorrow and me calling myself a Jew, that gave me some type of superpower. Or all of a sudden, we get reparations now. These things aren't going to happen. So I don't really care much about that. Personally, I don't see the value of the conversation. But what I can't understand is how you can tell the truth. You know that the caves done stole everything. You know they done stole identities, they done stole whole cultures. Committed acts of genocide against themselves, against our people, enslaved. Like, they do all of this. Jewish people, so-called Jews, had a hand in your enslavement, in your torture, in your rape, and your murder. And you apologizing to them. Like, I don't even see how that makes sense to y'all. They didn't apologize to you. They haven't came and stood by you and took their whole community to come fight for your rights, your oppressions, fighting for reparations for you. They fought for reparations for themselves. And they got them. They've gotten them twice now. One under y'all so-called black president. The second time was under him. Y'all let people minimize you. You allow these fucking black boule sellouts on these TVs or with these platforms. Y'all let them get on there and talk all this shit. You letting legends, basketball legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, basketball legend. But clearly, he don't understand. And thus, he's a fucking sellout ass coon. That's what he is. That's all there is to it. You can't sit out here and say black people are oppressing Jewish people, because we never have. We're not now, and we never have. So there's that. There's that reality. Where people will make it like it's disrespectful to say that, I think Jay-Z said some shit on 444 about, Jews owning businesses and things like that. That's supposedly anti-Semitic. Saying that they own businesses, and we understand they own business. A lot of the record labels, a lot of the Hollywood, Spielberg, and all these motherfuckers like that. This is reality. This is reality. But saying they own shit, they run shit, and they do a whole lot of backdoor shit, a whole lot of fucked up shit, a whole lot of ritualistic ass shit, sadistic shit. A lot of these motherfuckers is doing. We talking about Hollywood here. We talking about that arena. Because I look over there and I see the caves. I don't give a damn about Spielberg's last name. I wouldn't care if he was a Spielberg. He's a cave. I don't care about shit like that. We have to understand, though, that we're not oppressing them at all. And y'all have got to stop allowing these conversations to have so much life where you entertain it. I don't care what Jamel Hill talking about with her stupid, dumb, coon bitch ass. I don't care what she's talking. I don't care what none of these motherfuckers. Charles Barkley, I don't care what he's talking about. AI is a bitch ass motherfucking coon to me now. Gonna apologize for a picture. He didn't even say a picture of him in Farrakhan. Well, and then he has to go, oh no, I don't fuck with him like that. I'm not into hate speech. Like, come on now. You think hate speech? That's Oppression, that's our problem. That's what we dealing with out here. That's what makes them like us. Because we dealing with speech. You niggas so fucking... It's so stupid. You talking about speech. I, for one, don't give a fuck about no goddamn speech. Don't give a fuck about hate speech. Not our issue. Not what we're dealing with out here. Not my concern at all. Because you dealing with hate speech, you don't get to be like me. Because somebody might call you a kike. You get to be like me. Your struggle get to be like mine. And I'm oppressing you. And I ain't even call you that shit. I ain't even call you out your motherfucking so-called name. And I'm apologizing? Y'all don't see how fucking ridiculous that is? Y'all keep letting these motherfuckers show up. You gonna see what's happening. Keep letting people show up and say they struggle like yours. Everybody gets to do it. Everyone. The homosexuals, the transgenders, the so-called Hispanics, Jewish people, Asians. Y'all let everybody do it. And then you turn around and be sorry to everybody else when they're talking about speech. The Asian motherfuckers was mad because they was calling it Kung Flu. Speech. You're not dealing with hate speech, black people. That's not your struggle. That's not the beginning and end of your struggle at all. Your struggle is a systematic struggle. Systematic oppression, systematic racism, not no fucking speech. It's not you being called a nigger. That ain't it. That's what everybody else talking about though. Speech. Being called some type of name. And thus, oh, well, we just like you because they talking about us. They saying 30 of us live in a house and we work for cheap. And they want to build a wall against us, so our struggle just like yours. They saying we stole an identity. They talking about the history of our so-called Jewishness. That's hate speech. We just like y'all. But how does that make sense? Why are y'all allowing that? They can call me anti what the fuck ever. I could give a fuck less. I'm not going to lie or not tell the truth to please anyone. If I'm asked a question or if I'm having a conversation, no, I apologize for speaking the truth. Especially a truth that can't really be debunked. Other than your feelings hurt about it, that don't make you like me. Y'all black people need to stop allowing this. That's why we are disrespected so much. That's why our struggle is looked at as being a joke. And you have enough sellouts, boule, sellout, bootlicking ass, tap dancing ass coons out here that will be open to the conversation and will say, well, the black community need to be sensitive and not be oppressing other people. And we ain't oppressing no goddamn body. Ain't keeping nobody out of any markets. Aren't keeping people from making capital. We ain't redline shit. We ain't mass incarcerated shit. We've done nothing. And y'all still let motherfuckers tell you that you oppressing them. Because you tell the damn truth. What about your self-esteem is so low that this is all it takes for you to be feeling guilty and you've done nothing? You ain't did shit. And you sitting around here apologizing to motherfuckers. But That's all the fuck I wanted to say, y'all. Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Links to follow me on social media in the description box. Black first, second, and third. And we know we ain't did shit. And if we tell the truth, we damn sure not about to apologize for that shit. You deal with it however you see the need to deal with it. But however you deal with it has nothing to do with me. That's not my responsibility. It's my responsibility to tell the truth. Not care about how you deal with it. Nor is that oppression, nor does that make any struggle out here. You bitch ass Jews, you so-called Jews, nobody else, Asians, Hispanics, all you bitch motherfuckers, you not like me. Your struggle ain't like my people's struggle. And you don't get to come stand up beside me and tell me that it is. And I will never feel guilty. Never ever feel guilty for saying that truth. Shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. I'm out.